Jackie Mazzucato here, and this is my Thursday cooking.
Homemade tortillas. Beautiful, beautiful, soft, easiest breads to make, and such a great one. Like, I use it all the time for leftovers or for Mexican meals, or just wraps for my lunch. So I've got about 440 grams of flour in here. It's just all-purpose flour. I've got a teaspoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of salt in there, 3 tablespoons of oil in here, but every flour is different in absorbency. So we'll pop some oil in there. That's about 3 tablespoons, Jackie measured. And then I like to stir with a chopstick initially because it's easy to stir through the wet ingredients. I'm going to add about half my water there. So that's about half a cup of water that I've added in there. And what I want to do is see what the absorbency of my flour is like before I add the rest of that. So I'm going to add a bit more of that water in there. Don't panic if you add too much water. You can add a little bit more flour initially, and then we'll pop it all out onto the surface. And we're going to need for only a couple of minutes just to bring our dough together, and you'll start to feel the dough changing and becoming more elastic under your fingers. You'll know your dough is the right consistency when, without flour, it's not really sticking to the surface. Wrap it and let it sit for at least 15 minutes, but I find the longer I let them sit, the better result I get. So 15 minutes, half an hour is fine till we start to roll them out. That's been resting 15 minutes, so I'm ready to divide that and put it out. Is divide this as equally as I can, 8 pieces. Just form that into a little ball, pinch my ends together, roll them together and form them into a little ball and let them. Now all I'm going to do with my trusty wooden rolling pin is roll these out. Don't worry if you don't have a rolling pin, use an old wine bottle. We always seem to have some of those. But all I'm going to do is roll and turn, roll and turn. Through my dough now, you can see I've rolled it relatively thin and I can actually see the lines through. Once I've done that, I let these sit for 5 to 10 minutes as well, and you'll actually start to see a little bit of bubbling under the surface. I'm popping out a bit of foil ready to go because as soon as they're cooked and I've flipped them, I want to pop them in the foil to keep them warm, and that also keeps them nice and soft as well. So just a very, very hot pan. You don't need any more than that. You don't need oil in the bottom. I find you get a much better result without the oil. What I'll do now is pick up one of our beautiful tortilla and pop it in. I'm going to watch as that slowly cooks. Super satisfying. We just cook for 1 or 2 minutes on each side. Oh, so satisfying seeing those bubbles. And there we have it. One beautiful tortilla ready to go.